The digital ad space now is the most competitive it's ever been, and it can be pretty challenging for small businesses to stand out and compete with larger companies that have a lot more money to spend than they do. So, my first question is, how do small businesses ensure their ad takes up more space and gets noticed over their competitors?
A great thing you can do for this is to make sure you're utilizing all of the extensions available to you. This is especially true for Google Ads, but they're going to provide things like site link extensions, price extensions, image extensions, and each one of these just physically makes the listing bigger when it shows up in the search results. So it's a really, really good technique to make sure that you're standing out a little bit more in a sea of, kind of the same blue link with text under it.
Nice. And a common question that we have from a lot of our clients is, what's the key to writing ad copy that truly stands out?
So we all know that you need to make sure that you're touching on the key differentiators of your product. But one place that a lot of brands go wrong is that they talk too much about the product and too much about the solution that they're offering. We say that you should go to speak to the problem that customers are facing that you can solve, and even one step beyond that, focusing on the symptoms of those problems. So we work with a chocolate company, and one example of where this comes out is you're not necessarily thinking, hey, this is great tasting chocolate, sustainably made. In fact, you want to think more to if your ideal customer is the parent who wants to make sure that they have good, sustainably made and organic food for their child to enjoy a little treat. That's the problem that you're looking to solve. And then on the symptom side, we're going to be writing copy where we're really talking about the symptom that they're really experiencing. So think like the confusion that a parent can feel when they're, in the supermarket looking for a snack for their child and they don't know where all the ingredients come from and they don't know if they can really trust a brand. So those are the types of points that we want to make sure that we're bringing up in our copy so that we can connect not only with how our product is great, but more importantly, meet our customer where they're at and make sure that we're speaking to the pain point that they're already feeling.
A common problem small businesses have is there are big brands and big competitors in their niche. What's the best way to compete with those without spending a fortune?
Yeah, so we oftentimes get worried about, large ad spends being a real asset to these large businesses, and that's an advantage they have over you as a small business. But what you want to do is focus on what advantages do you have as that small business. And the biggest thing is that because you're a smaller business, you're going to be serving a smaller niche, and you can write to and have ads that speak just to that one particular customer. So an example that comes to mind, we have a meat stick brand that we had worked with, and ultimately they found after going to a ton of different trade shows that they were really resonating with golfers who could just take the stick and throw it in their bag. It was a good quick snack halfway through the round. And by creating ads that focused just on that, they were able to beat on a performance basis some much larger brands that necessarily had to have copy and stories that really appealed to a much broader audience.
A common question that we have from small businesses is how can they re-engage users who clicked on their ad but they didn't buy?
There's a couple ways that you can make sure that you're getting back in touch with customers who ultimately didn't buy. The first thing that you can do is inside the ad platforms, utilize retargeting. So make sure that you're sending that customer data, the customers that have been on your site, that data is going back to Google or to Meta, and then make ads that specifically target those folks who have already been on your site. Another great thing you can do is automated email flows. And in this case specifically, we would look at a browse abandonment flow or even a cart abandonment flow. And what these are different email flows you can set up so that when somebody adds an item to their cart or even just sees an item on the page, you're able to email them afterwards and give some of the main benefits of your product, maybe even give them a discount and as a way to entice them to come back and complete that purchase. If you're a small brand and you feel like you're swimming with sharks when you're navigating Google Ads or Meta Ads, go ahead and book a free strategy call, and we'll come up with a strategy that's going to help you stand out and utilize the advantages that you have as a smaller brand to make sure that you can compete and perform even better than some of those largest competitors in your space.